focus on Laurus Labs. Now, the company has increased its stake in cell and gene therapy company ImmunoAct. The latest transaction will take Laurus Labs' stake in this company to just a little over 33%. To get some more color and details on this, we have with us the founder and CEO of Laurus Labs, Satyanarayana Chava. Thanks for joining in, Mr. Chava. So I just want to understand this. You're paying an additional 80 crores to increase your stake by, I think, just over 7%, 7.24%. You've taken your stake to 33%. What is the strategic rationale? Why have you increased your stake, and what's the intent?
Good morning. The rationale for us to increase the stake in ImmunoAct is to help them to build their capacity to serve more patients in the emerging markets. And second, also to set up dedicated research labs for carrying out work on other products like BCMA. So it will help them to speed up their activity for commercial launch.
Mr. Chava, how was the valuation of ImmunoAct arrived at? I think you would be valuing it roughly at 1,100 crore rupees based on the latest transaction. That's question one. And second one, do you have plans to further increase your stake beyond 33%? Eventually, would you like this company to be a subsidiary?
ImmunoAct, we don't expect ImmunoAct needs further investments, even post-commercialization. And ImmunoAct doesn't have any debt as of now. So we don't expect the company needs further equity. And if they need more equity, I'm sure we're happy to put in additional money. But we don't expect that in the near to medium term.
Don't have the financials of ImmunoAct immediately with us, sir. But can you tell us what are the debt levels in the company? I'm just wondering, was the debt option also considered along with the equity infusion? And what's the revenue run rate that you expect ImmunoAct to achieve, say, over the next 2-3 years?
It is too early to predict the sales for next year. But what we can say is a company already filed application with the DCGI with the interim phase 2 data, and they expect approval in next 6 to 9 months. And as of now, ImmunoAct doesn't have any debt on their books. They're also planning to build their own facility right now in Mumbai itself, and also looking at expanding in other cities once the approval from DCGI comes. So commercial sale will happen in FY25. We don't expect it in FY24. So it is too early to predict the revenues for next year, because we are in the process of finalizing the cost of therapy and how many therapies we will make, what could be the potential for treatments and all. It is under commercial planning right
now. Mr. Chava, getting back to my earlier question about the valuations of ImmunoAct, how was it arrived at? And secondly, what was the valuations of this company when you first acquired stake? I think it was in November of 2021. What's been the increase in valuation?
We did investment in 2022, early 2022. That time it was, company was doing phase 1. And we did value that company at the time is 120 crore pre-money at the time. So right now, company is on the midst of phase 2 when we started talking to them on the further investments. So the valuation went up because they graduated from phase 1 to phase 2. And in the second week of May, they filed application with the DCGI. So there's a lot of progress company has done. So the increase in valuation is based on the progress what they have made in the clinical program.
So you're saying the valuation was 220 crore and now in a span of 1.5 years, it's gone to 1,100 crores? Am I getting the numbers
right? Not 1,100 crores. See, when we invested, it was a pre-money valuation of 120 crores. And now the pre-money valuation was 820 crores.
Mr. Chava, just one small question. One, currently, is this a profitable company, ImmunoAct? And can you give us some sense of the opportunity and the potential? Because your shareholders will really want to know that with this additional capital that you've infused, what could be the return on the capital?
We believe is a great investment for the company because this is the first indigenously developed CAR-T product in India. And also, the number of patients who needs this therapy is very huge. And we expect this will be a very profitable investment for the company and all the stakeholders. Currently, ImmunoAct, there are no sales. So ImmunoAct is incurring only R&D expenditure right now. So there are no sales at this point of time.
Okay, sir, can you take us through how many drugs are under clinical trials right now? And what is the timeline on this? When are the results expected? Do you have that?
They already filed application with DCGI, and we expect DCGI may take anywhere between 6 to 9 months to do approval. So hopefully, everything goes well, the company may launch Q4 this financial year or Q1 next financial year. And there is another product which is under the clinical right now. They expect to take that compound into phase 1 during next year.
So one drug could potentially be launched in Q4 of this year, and then one maybe will, see it launched sometime next year. You're saying that's in FY25?
No, they will go to phase 1 for the additional product in FY25.
Okay. So just can you take us through the path over the next few months? You said you've gone for approval. You're expecting an approval in the next 6 to 9 months. If you do get that approval, what happens? Can you take us through step by step how you see the progression?
The data is looking good. So we submitted data and we expect a decision from the CGI in 6 to 9 months. And while we continue to recruit more patients into the clinical trial, currently over 30 patients were enrolled, and we expect to enroll up to 50 patients in the next few months. So things are going in a good direction, so we don't expect any challenges there based on the current data, what was available with the company.
All right, we'll leave it on that note, sir. Thank you for joining in and giving us some details on the acquisition where you've increased your stake. ImmunoAct is the name of the company. We'll take a break on that note on the other side.